Nah, for real. What's up, y'all? Real quick, I just wanted to record a feel-good video. Just let all my trans men out there know that you have to own your transition. You have to be happy about what's going on in your life. That means that you have to take control of everything that's going on. I know you have to wait for surgery dates to be, assigned to you. You got to wait for approvals. You got to make all these phone calls. You got to talk to insurance. You got to talk to the surgeon. You got to talk to whoever's going to be your proxy. You got all these things, right? But what I want y'all to do is to realize and understand that this is the life that was meant for you. It is okay to create your own lane. As trans men and trans women, as trans folk, that is what we are here to do. To show the rest of the world that it is about evolving. That's what life is all about. We are not all meant to end in the same, end up in the same destination. We all have different stories, yet we are all one. I know it's difficult to believe that. It's difficult to feel like you're a part of that, but there are way too many of you killing yourselves or harming yourselves in certain ways, and you're very young. I know I look like a baby, but I am 35. I've been there, done that. I've seen things. I've done things to myself that I had to forgive myself for. And that could range from many things. Being in situations with certain people, relationships, really situationships, working or overworking yourself at a job, knowing that you can have better, be better, do better. Certain friendships or circles that you involve yourself in, feeling like you need to be a part of something because it's uncomfortable to stand by yourself. I understand all that shit. But what I'm telling you is that you can overcome that shit. You have to believe that you can overcome that shit, though. And you really got to put your fucking 2 feet forward. You got to put them shits on the ground, plant yourself into some strength. You feel me? You all got it. I got it. We all got it. Everybody got strength. Everybody has weaknesses. Leave your weaknesses to the side and start aligning yourself with your strengths. Use your strengths to strengthen your weaknesses. Your weaknesses don't have to be as weak as they are right now. They don't have to be weak forever. Evolve. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to experience. Allow yourself to find yourself. Reconnect with yourself. We were taught at a very young age that you're just here, you're born. Some of us have a childhood, some of us don't. You get old and then you die. That's usually like the synopsis of life, that we're all somewhere along the path. That's what you just get out of life. That's what you think. That's how you feel based off of the people that you see that have come before you. And usually that's your older siblings or aunt, uncle, grandparents, even friends of the family. But I want you to know that there's so much more to life than somebody else's experience. Nobody could tell you how to live your life but you. Yes, you see all these things going on around in the world, and you see all these things happening, to people that you love and people that you know, but do not own those things. I'm not saying that everything that happens to somebody happens because it's their fault. It's not about fault. It's about karma. It's about intention. It's about making decisions. You got to make the right decisions in your life. You got to make decisions based off of yourself. What are your intentions? Why are you here? What do you want to do as opposed to what you're actually doing? You have to own it. You feel me? You can see all these trans men, they post online and they look happy. They look like everything is gravy and all that. I'm not here to talk about all them other trans men. I'm here to talk about you. Because I know what it's like to get online and see somebody thriving and you feel like you can connect with them because maybe your lifestyle is similar, or maybe you belong to the same racial group, or you belong to the same something that they have going on, but you're not quite where they are. We got to stop doing that. Social media wasn't made for that. Social media was made for us to educate each other on what's going on in the world, in our own specific worlds. When you go sharing shit and it's making you sad or unhappy, we doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in that toxic bullshit. Not every trans man's story is going to be your story. It's not going to align with you. It's not going to match up with you. Some of the shit that they say or some of the shit that we all say or share with each other, it's not going to be the exact same. Maybe you could relate, but that doesn't mean that it has to make you you. Also, do not let your transition define who you are. You are many great things. And I don't need to know you to know that. You are many great things. There are many things that come to a lot of people and from a lot of people based off of their experience and where they go in life, who they actually want to be and who they show up as. So don't be out here belittling yourself because of what you see other people talk online. In the real world, when you're outside of your home, outside of your circles, what are your experiences like? Do people really even know that you're trans? Or are you assuming that you're getting mistreated because you know that you're trans and you read somebody else's story? Don't own nobody else's shit. Only own yours. Feel good about yourself. You are the person that dictates what your life is. You dictate, you brand yourself. Whatever when you wake up, how you're feeling, how you want to dress and all of that, that all comes up from you. The only way that you can stop doing that is if you stop. Just because someone says something about it doesn't mean that you have to stop. I get that it makes you feel uncomfortable, but this is what I'm saying. Own your fucking transition. You know what you're doing. Don't let some stranger that sees you and you're walking down the street, maybe you got some stubble, but you still got a girly voice. It don't matter. You know how many women grow beards? You know how many women in other cultures and other countries just automatically grow a beard and there's nothing they could do about that shit? Except cut it, but it grows back thicker the next month? We have to stop allowing everybody else to determine what is and what isn't. Because a lot of these people aren't even figuring out their own lives, but they're here trying to dictate who you should be. We have to stop allowing that. You know why? Because if those people put all of that energy into who they are, the world would be such a better place. I'm not saying everybody's going to accept you, but I will say that people will start to respect you if you respect yourself enough to stand up for yourself. That doesn't mean going and fighting with people and all that shit. I'm not talking about none of that. Respecting and loving on yourself is listening to your fucking self regardless of what somebody else is saying about you. Nobody can say who you are or dictate who you are or determine who you are better than you yourself. You are with you 24/7, 365. Nobody's with you more than you are with you. So understand that, own that shit, and live your best fucking life. Because to transition from female to male or to transition from male to female is a lot of work. But it's also a personal choice that you're making. You want to physically align with who you feel you are on the inside. You want to bring that on the outside. You have to understand the repercussions that come with that. This is just human nature. People have the right to be whoever they are. And some people, unfortunately, happen to be ignorant. And then there's different levels of being ignorant. So understand all of that and just know that no matter what you do in your life, there's going to be people who don't agree. There's going to be people who dislike you. There's going to be people who make fun of you. There's going to be people who mimic you. There's going to be people who want to be like you because you're doing what you're doing, but they'll never fucking tell you. But they don't fucking matter. None of those people matter. From the ones that want to be like you, to the ones that mimic you, to the ones that bash you. You know why they don't fucking matter? Because God, the Creator, put us here on this earth for us to do whatever the fuck we want to do. We want to do for ourselves. It's about love. Love of self, love of thy neighbor, and love of whatever you create. And whatever has been already created for us to use, to grasp, to fucking share, to multiply, to procreate. That's what this shit is all about. God didn't say you're not gonna experience negative things. You're not gonna have a bad day. He didn't say none of that. He didn't promise us that shit was gonna be easy. Because if it was easy, then we would forget about him while we're down here. So know that all this shit comes with something, but also don't fall into all the shit that it comes with. You gotta know how to dip and dodge out of that shit. You gotta know how to swerve on them. That wasn't even a swerve. I don't know what that's called. You gotta know how to do that. You gotta know how to move, though. For real, because people will have you fucked up in this world, in this life. You won't live your best life because you're so worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry, Susan, Sally, Terry, Jane, Mike, Nick. You be worried about everybody but yourself. Don't do that. Don't get lost in the sauce, folks. So for my trans people out there, especially my trans men, I can only speak on what I know. You know what I'm saying? So, especially my trans men, I want you to lift your heads up. I want you to call yourself a king. I want you to understand what you are doing in your life, because if you are not feeling your transition, then rethink that shit, my friend. You don't got to do that. You don't have to be on testosterone. You don't have to take it for the rest of your life. You do have to do what is best for you. Yes, it is very nice to see what everyone else is doing. It is nice. It's nice to be inspired. That's why I'm posting this video, to help people be inspired. But you have to want it for yourself. I could say this a million times. I've already said it plenty of times. I'm starting to repost my videos now, though, because I'm ready to just say what the fuck I want to say. All that I have to say is love. Everything is love. Everything that I have ever said is love. It's going to come out looking aggressive. It's going to come out however the fuck you receive it. That's how it's going to come out. But it's not meant to be malicious or hurt anybody. I'm just speaking to a specific audience. I'm not talking to every fucking body. And sometimes that's what other people's problem is. People want certain things to be inclusive for them, to say their piece, their part. I don't give a fuck about your piece of part when it comes to a trans man or woman. If you do not identify, how you feel about it is it's pretty, like, it just weighs nothing here. It weighs absolutely fucking nothing here. It doesn't matter if it makes you uncomfortable. What somebody else is doing for themselves in their own fucking life should not make somebody nothing. And that's real rap. When you start really getting down to the nitty gritty of what life is all about and why the fuck we're here, you tend to understand that, oh shit, I was supposed to be paying attention to me this whole time. I get it. So when you come across folks that are so fucking caught up on calling you he when you want to be called she, or the vice versa, you have to learn, and you have to know for yourself, and enough people will fucking teach you that it's irrelevant. That shit's irrelevant. Oh, this nigga, you think it's funny, you won't even call me. Don't give a fuck about that. Don't care about it. Because when people find things that trigger you, they continue to fucking trigger you. It's like they found something to keep them occupied. You got to look at people as their child self. A lot of people, these are broken souls that are still, their child self is reaching. Can you, help, love on me, you human out there, come in here. Hug me. And they're just, no, fuck that child. I'm going to look at this child, the one over there. And it's usually you. That's what that shit is. They don't want to look in the mirror and see themselves. No, they don't want to do that. They want to look in your mirror. That's like somebody coming in. Let me just see what is he doing over there? And you in your mirror, and then somebody's behind you, and you just kind of got to, the fuck are you doing? You kind of got to do that sometimes and shove them out the motherfucking mirror, because it's not their mirror. So take care of yourselves. And love the fuck out of yourself, your transition. If you didn't get top surgery yet, who fucking cares? If you want to still identify as a man, just know that that's what the fuck you want to do and know why. You don't got to know why to explain to nobody else. You got to know why for you. So that when that shit starts happening and trickling down, people start talking shit and saying whatever the fuck they think they want to say to you to hurt your feelings or make you feel suicidal, whatever the fuck you're feeling. Your other voice can say, no, bro. We know what the fuck we doing. Let this idiot say whatever they want to say. Let them say it. Walk the fuck away. Hang up. You don't have to give yourself to anybody that's not promoting love or generating love for you to take in exchange. If that's not the exchange, you walk the fuck away. All right? This is my time. I love y'all. Make sure you're loving on yourself, though, because I love you because I love me. But do you love you?